Thank you for coming out to Winton Woods and helping acknowledge and celebrate Arbor Day. We have a tree we can go out and look at and help plant here in a few minutes. First of all, we're going to have an opening from Linda McIntyre.
Good morning, everyone, on this wet Arbor Day. I'm Linda McIntyre from the Beautification Commission at Forest Park, and it has been over 135 years since J. Sterling Morton of Nebraska had a simple idea of setting aside a special day of tree planting, now known as Arbor Day. We celebrate Arbor Day nationally each last Friday in April, no matter the weather. The city of Forest Park recognized more than 28 years ago the importance of trees in a community and became a Tree City USA community. I think it important to emphasize a few points of how trees impact our livelihood. Trees can add value to our homes, help cool our homes and neighborhood, break cold winds and lower heating costs, and provide food for wildlife. Trees tame stormwater. Without the benefit of trees and vegetated infrastructure, waterways are polluted and harmful substances are washed away. Fish and wildlife suffer. Drinking water becomes expensive, property values are reduced, and our living environment is degraded. Trees help fight climate change. As trees grow, they help climate change by removing carbon dioxide from the air, storing carbon in the trees and soil, and releasing oxygen into the atmosphere. Trees can conserve energy and reduce our energy bills. Properly placed trees save energy by providing summer shade, winter warmth, and winter windbreaks. Large trees planted strategically can create soothing shade from the hot summer and reduce summer air conditioning costs by up to 35%. Farmers, ranchers, and acreage owners plant trees to conserve soil, energy, water, and wildlife, and the atmosphere. The value of trees to a community, I'm sure you will agree, is vast. We now have a proclamation from the Mayor of Forest Park, Mayor Chuck Johnson.
Good morning, and thank you all for inviting Forest Park here again to participate in this occasion. The proclamation reads, whereas trees in the urban forest are an important component of Forest Park's infrastructure, whereas trees extend the life of our community's street surfaces and reduce stormwater runoff, whereas trees improve the concentration of school-aged children, allowing them to perform better in school, and whereas trees reduce air conditioning and heating costs for our residents, therefore saving them money and reducing our need for foreign energy. Whereas trees make our neighborhoods more inviting and attractive and cause new home buyers to want to live in our community. And whereas trees attract shoppers and businesses, inspiring shoppers to visit more frequently, stay longer, and spend more money. And whereas trees reduce water pollution, and whereas the urban forest reduces stress and human mortality from cardiac and lower respiratory illnesses. Now, therefore, I, Charles Johnson, Mayor of the City of Forest Park, Ohio, do hereby proclaim April 26, 2019 as Arbor Day in the City of Forest Park, and I urge all citizens to support efforts to protect and nurture our trees and urban forests, not just for the beauty they provide, but for the benefits they give our residents and our community. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Mayor. Okay. Jerry, I'm going to go out of order if that's okay with you since I'm here. So I'm Jack Sutton, CEO for Great Parks of Hamilton County. I want to welcome everyone to Meadowlinks and Golf Academy and thank you for being flexible today. We thought it might be a little more comfortable to be inside. There's an old axiom that says the best time to plant a tree is 20 years ago. And the second best time is today. Well, we obviously have a tree out there ready to be planted, and if anybody's brave enough, we can go out and finish that job today. But I'm proud to say we've been planting trees with Forest Park for almost 20 years. I think our first Arbor Day event was 2003, Dave, if I'm not mistaken. So we do have trees out there that were planted at the right time, long time ago. And it's been a great partnership with the City of Forest Park. Mayor Johnson, I want to thank you for that. Duke Energy has been a wonderful partner, a financial partner in this, and it's really cool to see public entities joining forces with private to do good for our community. And if you travel along Sharon Road from Winton to Mill and you look off to see some of the new plantings underneath the power lines, those are a direct result of the people in this room and the Forest Park Beautification Committee and so forth. So we're very proud of it, been very proud to be a part of it for all these years. Thank you all for coming out in this rather rainy day.
Thank you. I would be remiss if I did not. I think most of you may know, but in Forest Park we have a new city manager, and he is with us today. And I'd like to introduce our new city manager, Mr. Don Jones. Also, Councilwoman Diana Herbie and many of our staff people are here, and we're always glad to partner with you all. Trees are important. Even some of them die sometimes and get disease, but with your help, we take care of that as well. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Well said. With that, I'll do two things. One, I want to recognize our staff here at Great Parks, our conservation and park staff, who actually did the hard work today to get the planting site ready. So, guys, thank you. And then next, I'd like to invite Jerry Frankenhoff up. He's a member of our staff, but also representing the International Society of Arboriculture.
Thank you, Jack. As a member of the International Society of Arboriculture, I'm here to talk about the benefits associated with trees. There's so many economic benefits, and they've been talked about already. I tend to think of the human benefits. It's extremely important to me. It is a proven fact that a walk in our parks or any natural area reduces the level of stress. And by doing that, improves our life as humans, but it goes beyond creating a good feeling. It also reduces or helps to reduce long-term chronic diseases, heart diseases, asthma. These diseases are actually reduced by the stress level being reduced, and that happens anytime that we spend time out in nature. So benefits like that, eventually we're going to come to realize, and it's not that far off into the future, that by spending money on our parks and on our green spaces, we're going to be able to reduce the cost that we have to spend on health care, and we'll have a better world to live in because of it. Anybody that knows me knows I love my grandkids. I spend time with them since they were born. As soon as they're born, I start spending every Friday with them. And I take them in the woods, I do. From when they're little, I take them out in the woods, and we walk up the trees. We touch the leaves. Long before they can talk, I tell them what that tree is. We touch the bark. And now, as these kids are getting older, they don't want to play inside. They don't do video games. They want to go outside and play outside. So a long time ago, I had read something, and I'm going to have to get my paper out. It was from a great Native American, Chief Seattle. And he said, "Teach your children what we have taught our children, that the earth is our mother. Whatever befalls the earth befalls the sons of the earth." So I would ask that all of us today make that commitment that our children and our grandchildren, that we leave this world in a better place than we found it. And one of the ways we can do that is by planting trees. Another way is by supporting organizations like the City of Forest Park, Duke Energy, and Great Parks that manage and care for trees. Thank you.
Beverly, get ready for your closing remarks.
Thank you so much for joining this afternoon, and we will look forward to another opportunity to witness the beauty of Forest Park. And have a great afternoon. Thanks everyone for coming out today.